Even though our special education resource teachers focus their support on specific grade levels, they also know that every Garden Lake student is their student. Working together as a SPED team to review students' IEPs and analyze data, the team establishes team teaching settings where they can create multi-grade level groups and more effectively meet each student's individual learning needs. Wednesdays are typically used to test students and write IEPs. Looking for additional ways to provide more time and support for students with IEPs, the special ed team decided to establish a Wednesday learning lab, where the SPED team can work together to get their work done and support students who might need extra help completing an assignment. The learning lab is open to any student with an IEP, grades K through 8. Effectively meeting students' social, emotional, and sensory needs has been a concern for all staff. During the summer, the SPED team gathered supplies to create a space designated to help an individual with sensory issues learn to regulate their brain's negative reactions to external stimuli by developing coping skills for these experiences. All students on campus have access to the sensory room and can request to come or have time built into their schedule. They are accompanied by a staff member and can choose a sensory activity for 3, 5, or 10-minute increments, depending on the level of need, to help them calm down and regulate their behavior before they return to class. In addition to pulling students out of class for Tier 3 support, based on their IEP needs, our SPED team uses the majority of their support time to push into classrooms, where they collaborate with the general ed teacher and help meet with small groups in the classroom. The SPED teachers can help with modifying the students' grade level work and provide a scaffold for them as they work on the same projects and assignments that their grade level peers are working on. The school-wide cluster is an inclusion model where students with exceptional learning needs are integrated into mixed ability classrooms. In this model, classroom teachers are trained to provide appropriate differentiated learning opportunities for those needing additional challenges. Classroom compositions are carefully structured with two main goals: to ensure a balance of abilities in all classes in the grade level, and to reduce the learning range found in any given classroom. When STEAM first started at Garden Lakes 4 years ago, it was a self-contained program for only those 7th and 8th grade students who applied and were accepted into the program. The Academy was such a success that we decided to begin providing STEAM for all, having all the students rotate through STEAM as one of their daily classes. Right now, we have STEAM for 7th and 8th and are working on STEAM for 6th grade as well.
I enjoyed working with different peers. I enjoyed all the projects that we've done, to where making sets for the play or robotics or even just making our community better. That was the best part of STEAM, I think.
So why game design? One of the reasons that I chose this as an elective, and one of the reasons I hope you guys chose this as an elective, is because it's fun. Who doesn't like to learn things through playing games?
When a request was made from the middle school students to have more middle school type privileges, the teams determined that one way they could better differentiate for their needs was to allow them to have electives, instead of just general special area classes, where they would be able to have choices in what they take for their 4-week-long elective courses. Based on students' interests, each special area teacher determined the focus of their electives. They created a process for taking students' requests, making a schedule based on those requests, and ensuring that all students have electives in their areas of music, PE, art, and technology. We are so excited to have ASU Prep Digital in the district, giving our advanced students a chance for a year-long content acceleration. The first 2 years, we were able to have classes meet for high school algebra and geometry, with almost 30 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students taking and passing those classes last year. After our first year, we realized that the students would be much more successful with a facilitator. So our instructional coach, Tammy Bauer, took on the responsibility to meet weekly with the students, monitor their progress and grades, and contact parents when any assignments were missing or needed to be redone. This year, an ELA class was added to go along with our algebra and geometry classes. We love that we have this additional way to accelerate and differentiate for our students.
I'm going to just have you do some tinkering. You're in the Makerspace. This space is really about exploring.
Thanks to a district initiative and a middle school West MEC grant, Makerspace labs were provided for all the school sites. Excited to have more resources and tools to implement project-based learning, the team of STEAM and science teachers met to begin the process of organizing a Makerspace classroom and discussing parameters and procedures to use the space effectively and efficiently. This year, our goal is to have every middle school class use the lab for at least one project a quarter, and next year the younger grades will be trained to use the space as well. Middle school teachers work hard to instill the idea of giving back through their EPICS, Engineering Project and Community Service Learning, where they collaborated with kindergarten to share their learning and created lessons for the kinders. Additionally, many middle school classes work with a primary class to buddy up for reading, writing, and other projects. This is a great way to differentiate for our middle school and primary learners.
The passage has important words in writing and talking about this topic. Let's review these words: achieve, attempt, challenging, compete, and however.
Working with teachers of the Early Childhood Program at Westview, students who are considering a teaching profession are able to work with teachers to provide differentiated needs for students. Under the direction of their mentor teacher, they may work one-on-one with a student or hold a small group to help strengthen learning or provide extra assistance. While the mentor teacher is meeting with a small group, the student intern can help monitor students working in centers or independently. Besides being a star feature of our yearly Veterans Day celebration, the ROTC group from Westview has chosen to do their service projects here at Garden Lakes. Collaborating with Mrs. Helland, Captain Cardoza's group has inventoried and organized supplies, got damaged or surplus items ready to be picked up by the warehouse, cleaned out PLC rooms, and moved supplies and furniture to our PLC pods, helping create a space for teachers to collaborate, analyze data, and plan effective instruction for their students. Let's just say the ROTC group has been one of our behind-the-scenes teams to assist with differentiation for students and teachers. After one of the many visits to GCU, hearing about their numerous innovations, our admin asked Westview's admin to join us in another exciting collaboration, creating a learning lounge for students here at Garden Lakes. Westview students will provide support and assistance with homework after school to our Garden Lakes students.